So if you notice below this video, there is a share code called 178398-special. Once you upload that share code into your marketing system, that is going to give you the generic getting started instructions page. So what you're going to do to enter that share code in your marketing system, hover over websites, hover over web pages, and click on My Sharing Codes. You're going to enter that code right here, just like that, and click Submit. And once you do that, that's going to put that page right inside your website section. So what you're going to do is, now that it's in your website section, you're going to hover over websites, hover over web pages, and click on Copy Web Pages. Now you won't have to scroll down very far. It's going to be near the top of the list, but you're going to find this page right here called Generic Getting Started Instructions. So you're going to copy that page, click Make Me a Copy. Now, because I've been using an Empower Hangout page as my example, I'm just going to continue along that line. So let's just assume that's what you're doing. And I would name this page, why don't we call it actually Empower Hangout. Empower Hangout Getting Started Instructions. So that's what you want to name the page, or whatever the name of your company is. Obviously that's going to go right there. And then save your changes, and then click on Edit Text. And now what you're going to do is you're going to read through this very carefully and just make any applicable changes. So let's start right there. The first thing you want people to do is they're going to scroll through the list of companies in the Companies I Promote section, and all the directions are right here. And so you need to change this right here, because what they're trying to find is called Empower Network -1. So that's what they're going to find. And again, you're going to have to type that in again here, just like that. And then here is where you need to give them the exact URL that they're supposed to paste in the Empower Network -1 code. So what you'll need to do is go to your company website, click on the Get Started button, and you're going to copy and paste that URL right here. So for my example, I did my research and I went ahead and found the actual join page for the Empower Network, and I'll show you what it looks like. Now this is the page that links directly from the Get Started button on the Hangout page. And what's great about this is when you do your job right and you give them instructions, you're going to paste that Get Started URL right here so they know which URL to paste. And it came out, let me see, I'm going to change this font back to Arial here. And always make sure that you use the word username, and then put that in yellow, just like this, so they know exactly what URL to use. They don't even have to go search for it. You've already given it to them. They're probably going to know their username. If not, they can go find it. And you'll notice right here it says be sure to swap in your member ID number. Well, it would be more applicable to say your username. So I'm going to change this to say username. And we don't have a second outside website URL, so I'm going to delete step 2A. I'm going to bring step 3 up a little closer. And here is where you're going to go ahead and give them the share code that you're going to be creating for this page. Now, if you don't know it at the time you're here, that's okay. Just save this when you're done and come back to it and enter it when you are ready. And you'll notice that there is at least 3 places here that you're going to be entering in your share code. So that's very important that you get those. And then as you're reading through, okay, now notice step 6. Select the domain you want to attach your funnel to. This is actually not a funnel, so I'm just going to change the word funnel to page. Step 7. Now step 7 is you helping them find the name of your page as they scroll through their website section. Because remember, once they enter your share code that you've created for them, that content is going to be in their website section. And you're going to be the one that labels that page before it gets in their system. And so I've already labeled this page Empower Our Hangout page. And I'm actually going to show you what this looks like in another account once I get this complete. All right, once you've selected, I'm going to say that page. Okay, that's it. I change this to say Hangout page, and then I'll drop this down a line. Now, if you want to drop it down just one line without skipping a space, just hit the Shift key and then hit Enter. And that looks good. Okay, I'm going to read through this here. Okay, so on the FAQs, delete the top question here because that's not applicable anymore. Either is the second one. And so for the FAQs, what I'm going to suggest that you do, just have one question here unless you want to add more. And the question is, how do I refer others to get this custom marketing system? And this very page that you're going to be supplying them, the Start My Free Trial button is coded to give them credit. Everything makes sense, and I'm going to save my changes. And let's take a look at this. And what you should probably do is just read through this a couple of times. And you know what? I just noticed something. Right along the top, this should probably say instructions for setting up your Hangout page. That makes a lot more sense. All right, so now I'm going to click Save. Take a look at this. All right, so I've read through that carefully. Everything looks great. So now, as the creator of this share code, I am now ready to include this page in the share code that I'm creating for my Hangout page. So when I give my share code to someone, it's going to have two pages. It's going to have the Hangout page, and it's going to have the Getting Started instructions so they know how to upload that Hangout page and get it in their system. So here's what I'm going to do. And here's the page that I renamed Empower Our Hangout page. That's the Hangout page that I created. I'm going to click on the word Share. And now I'm going to create a brand new code. I'm just going to call this Empower 178398-Empower, and then I'm going to click Submit. So now that page is attached to that share code. But I've got one more page to attach, so I'm going to click back to Web Pages. And right here, Empower Hangout Getting Started Instructions. I'm going to click on Share, and I'm going to simply check inside that box right here, 178398-Empower, because all I'm doing is adding that page to that share code. And now whoever I give the share code to is going to have both of those pages in their system. So let me show you what that looks like inside of a brand new account. Okay, here we are in another account, and I'm going to take that share code and I'm going to enter it into this marketing system. So I'm going to hover over websites, hover over web pages, and click on my sharing codes. And now I'm going to enter that code right here. Once I have it entered, I'm going to click Submit, and it says Code Added. And now that Hangout page and those Getting Started instructions are now in the website section. So all I have to do is click on Websites, choose the domain or subdomain that I want to attach that Hangout page to, just like that, and click Save My Choice, and that's it. I'm now going to have that Hangout page attached to whatever domain or subdomain that I want. And assuming I followed the directions on the Getting Started instructions, my Get Started Now button would be properly coded to my Empower Getting Started page. Now let's say that I have brought a prospect to this page on a Hangout night, and they got started, and they want to get this Hangout page for themselves because they want to give it to their prospects. Well, all I have to do is either attach this Empower Hangout Getting Started instructions to a domain or a subdomain and give them that, or because this is not a lead capture page, technically I could just click right here, click this link here, and just give them this URL in my browser. If I was going to email that to them, and once they have these instructions, look at that, I didn't even have to make any changes because the person who gave me this share code did all the work for me. Now they have exactly the instructions of what they're supposed to do. The share code is there for them, so they know what share code to enter. It tells them how to enter it. There's buttons on here that give credit to the person who gave them the link. They can log in, and then the whole process starts over. They can turn around and give their link to their prospects, and it just continues on down the line, and everybody gets the proper credit. Now that's it for this video. What I'm going to show you on the next video is how you can add an email campaign to this very share code that the people using this share code can use to send out a broadcast to their list that announces your Hangout. And it's going to have a link to the Hangout page that gives everybody credit for their own prospects. It's a powerful thing, and you're going to love how this works. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, go ahead, grab that share code below this video, and that way you're going to have the generic Getting Started instructions page in your system ready to copy for any time that you want to use it for one of your pages or one of your funnels.